What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Action Not Included. In between episodes, I was cleaning things up in the background and doing some testing to try to get our poke shell farm to work the way I wanted it to. Unfortunately, it didn't. We'll get into that more in a moment. Just wanted to touch base on everything that have been working on in the background, waiting to make this episode for us to go into space. That is the main goal for today's episode, is space. But there's a few things I wanted to talk about first. First is going to be our volcano tamer. This was built right for the most part, except for the fact that in our shipping system, this conveyor bridge, I had it up one tile, so it's feeding here in between these two bridges. That, unfortunately, I forgot, draws the heat in from the steam room into our cooling brick, because bridges transmit heat really well. So that was mistake number one. Minor mistake, but it was definitely trying to make this cooling brick area really difficult. It was really hard to make it cold when you kept dumping a ton of heat into it. So I figured that out, got it all fixed up, taken care of. Let's see what else. Over here. So, excuse me. Damn it. We got our pit branch up and running for the most part. So we can save the pips from, what's the word I'm thinking of? Extinction. We were saving the pips from extinction. We do need to still build like a little critter. Whatchamacallit? What's the word I'm thinking of? Incubation area down here. I also want to start working on farming Drecos. We want to farm Drecos because we just need significantly more phosphate. Yeah, I think it's phosphorite. Yeah, phosphorite. We just need a significant more amount of phosphorite than what our Bamas are producing. Speaking of Bamas, we now have the Regal Mammoth. And the reason why we are farming Regal Bamas is to get their crowns. Their crowns give us gold amalgam. We need gold amalgam to turn into gold so we can make bleach stone. And we need bleach stone so we can farm, water wheat so we can get lettuce so we can make frost burgers. All leading back to food. So there we go. And then the next thing is our poke shell farms. For the life of me, I could not get the critters to fall through the doors. Didn't matter what I did, didn't matter how I had the doors open and closed and try to push them around and this and that. It just wouldn't work. I've tried normal doors, I tried pneumatic doors the mechanical doors that were powered. I even tried steel space bunker doors. Nothing worked. I tried the steel space bunker doors because it didn't say anything about stopping critters. So I was like, oh, maybe this will let critters fall. Nope. That is not the case. So this is set up as you would expect traditional, with a little critter pickup, critter drop off. Well done, wham bam, thank you ma'am. That is how these are going to be set up. I don't know, maybe it's just from way back when the game first came out, early access and whatnot. I think you could push the critters around, they could fall through doors, or maybe it's just fish that can fall through doors or something. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't working the way I wanted. We do have this poke shell in fresh water, and he has a 98% chance of giving us sandy shells so we can start getting shellfish. We don't have any Poro yet, but we will. Let's see what else. Power. my good old arch enemy of power. So we run out of petroleum pretty quick. So what I did is I ran a backup line of ethanol that is currently feeding our plants to tie into our petroleum line. So if we do run out of petroleum, we can burn excess ethanol and still have power. I did also make it so that way instead of running on petroleum first, we would run on hydrogen and natural gas first. I don't know. I thought maybe we're going to burn that much petroleum or something. I don't know. It was a bad setup on having the batteries fire that way. It was my bad, and it was making everything harder and more frustrating for me than what it really needed to be. So we got that fixed and up and running. So now I quit screaming at the game about running out of power. What else? We did upgrade our polluted water filtration system to 2 water sieves instead of 1, so we can sieve 10 kilograms instead of 5 kilograms of water. So we can actually keep up with our water production from burning natural gas and petroleum and stuff. Which, now that we've got it caught up, we actually have a bit of a backlog of water here we need to try to work through, which has created a backlog of salt water and whatnot. I would rather have too much water than not enough, realistically. What else? I think that is it for the most part. We do have our Critter-O-Matic story mode thingy ready to go. We've just scanned the seal pit. Yep. We can just... No, I don't. Let's not kill it. And we'll put it back up here with its friends. We'll be polite to the seals because we do still want to ranch them. So we want to make sure they don't go extinct either. But let us... New critters scanned. I'm pretty sure I have all of the critters scanned besides the dinosaurs, I think, from the prehistoric pack. I believe. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing something when they have one right here. But I'm not sure what critter it is. I've permanent Morbs? No, moose. Nope, there's morbs there. Yeah, I am not exactly sure which critter we're missing right here. I'm pretty sure it's prehistoric critters that aren't there. And now we do a little story trait. I don't know, is it? There is a little thing. Success, sufficient samples collected. I can now trigger genetic deviations and base morphs by sending them through the scanner. Existing variants can also be scanned, but their genetic makeup is too unstable to tolerate further manipulation. Alright, and now we can unlock manipulation mode. Alright, and now if we ever want to make a variation of something, we can do so with the Critter Fluxomatic. So that is yet another story beat done. And what, we got one more? Yeah, let's put our last ornament here. Oh, we got another one, model plane. Yeah, I mean, we might as well put our story things on display, right? It's the ceramic morb. And I think we will have at least 2 more, because we need to do this story mode, which is almost ready. From the looks of it, I do believe it simply just needs a door. Alright. And now a ladder to get up top, to get up there. And that should be that. Alright, so we'll get our little robot production machine up and running. Yeah. So for me to consider a series, the series to be, I guess, completed or done, will be to have all of the story beats, all the story beats, all the story buildings completed, so that, you know, that's the biobot builder, the geothermal pump, the dream machine, the critter flowmatic. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that? I feel like that's all. I want to say I'm missing one, but I think what my brain's telling me I'm missing is we just don't have this geo vent turned into a power plant yet. So I think that's what I'm considering my brain's going, that's what you're missing. But yeah, okay, so yeah, we want all those story beats done. And then we also need to make sure that we have all of these quests. Yeah, I'm going to call them quests. We have all these quests from the print machine also done. So we need to do Sweet Home, The Great Escape, Full Steam Ahead. We just need to build the Great Monument and then breach the temporal tear. So I mean, we from my perspective are pretty close to being done. We've got 3 things: build the monument, make our biobot facility up and running, and get space rockets all the way to the temporal tear. And then, you know, that will be this colony, as far as I'm concerned, completed and beat. I did make some solar power in the background. Solar power kind of sucks, at least for the size of our base and our demand on power. It's just not cutting it. I feel like in order to make solar power viable for our base, we need to build solar powers inside our asteroid and power them by like the super bright shine bugs, and basically make a shine bug reactor with solar panels. To me, I feel like that would be the best way for us to get our best value out of the solar panels. I mean, they're there, they help. Huzzah, I guess. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it on the solar panels, is that they're kind of mid. They're kind of meh. I mean, they help, but not really. I mean, I don't even think I think it takes 2 of them at the moment to produce enough power to run one gas pump. Yeah, they are. The 2 of them are currently like we are at peak lumens right now, and they are barely producing 74 watts. Like that is pretty crap, considering it should be producing about 380. So we are not getting nowhere near enough light to get maximum power out of the solar panels, which is why for me they kind of suck. That's just me, you know. Unless you dedicate a bunch of, you know, shine bugs to powering, to basically produce enough light to power it, you're not getting nowhere with them, Chief. But yeah, no, we need to set up our space area, and to be honest, I'm not sure where to do it. I was kind of tempted to build it in here, just for the funnies of using this cool looking little decoration room for at least something. So what I was thinking about doing was, is it a station? Is that where it is? Telescope, yeah. So I was thinking about putting this station in here. Oh, we can't. Is that because this is considered to be in the way because it's not a quote-unquote background object? Got you. Okay, so that's kind of useless. Okay. Alright, so we'll get that dug out. Yeah, I want the telescope here because it's closer to our oxygen line we have running in here for putting oxygen in all of our stuff. Yeah, and I just feel like, it just makes more sense to have it conveniently placed. So, yeah, we're going to put it like here-ish. We'll put 2 of them, 1 on each side of this, and we'll be able to call that a day on that. And then we need to set up a spot, like an actual spaceport area. Yeah, spaceport. That's. I feel like that's a good thing to call it, a spaceport. From right here. Yeah, we'll run some bunker tiles like that to build on. And then, if we need to make any sort of fancy fuel or anything like liquid oxygen and hydrogen or whatever, we can do it, underneath or off to the sides or whatever. So we got that can be for our space state. Oh no, actually I do believe there is a height requirement. Oh no. Okay, so we can still build straight up if we did that. All right, and what is that? At 41. Okay, and I think most rockets don't need to be more than like 30 or 36 or something. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like 41 should be good. Oh, something tells me maybe not. Is that? Yeah, we'll go just above right there. We'll kind of bring it across a bit like so. We'll just get these dug up. And we will make the seal farm. And I want to make it over here. And I wanted to make it with wild bonbon trees, but domesticated seals. And I feel like that would work out best. Because we don't need the nectar from the trees to make plastic because we got oil. Now, if this was spaced out, yes, definitely for sure. Use the trees to make plastic. But I don't feel like we need to do that. We have our plastic needs fully and 110% met with petroleum. Ooh, Draco eggs? Oh, please give me a chance to get Dracos. Nope. Paku. Yes. We missed out last time. Let's not miss out this time. Can we wrangle fish? We can wrangle fish. That's right. They did do a lot of changes that I just don't think of, because I'm so used to like how the game was back when it first came out, before they started adding actual paid DLC and stuff, and you couldn't wrangle fish, and it was kind of silly. But hopefully, okay, we got one fish. What happened here? I'm not sure why that door got deleted. That's odd. I mean, I know I was deleting some stuff, but I don't remember telling him to destroy that door. Alright. Okay, so we got the Paku. Yeah, we're getting Paku in here. And they are totally fine in 100-degree. Okay, basically just before the water would start to boil. Good, good. Alright, so now we got some Paku. Now we can actually... Is this ethanol? How are we getting... Should it even... Like, how did ethanol get over there but not break anything in here? Like... Because this just comes back and it gets pumped in from here. Like, it should only ever get water. If it's not water, then it goes in there. I mean, like, I can understand us getting some gassed ethanol in our power station and that kind of boning us, but all the fluid comes down here and it's filtered into here, and then this is mercury, and then this is ethanol and polluted water. How are you getting polluted water? I don't... Okay, yeah, I mean, that would definitely cause a problem. But I think we got it fixed now. That should be fixed. Oh, please let it be fixed. I mean, I don't know how ethanol got into our water tank. I'm kind of annoyed by it. Because it's right here from where, like, it had to have gotten dumped in from our pipe, but I don't understand how it would get dumped in. And these are the sort of problems I try to diagnose and fix in between episodes. Why? Because I have no clue how it happens. So it's kind of hard to show on camera the problem and then the solution to fix it. You know, it's you know, yeah, it's just, it feels kind of hard to do that. Okay. And alright, we got all the critters. So we have all the Paku, which means, we need to set up a Paku farm. Do I want to set up a Paku farm? Do we need to set up a Paku farm? I mean, we could just let them live wildly in their life. Oh. You know. I was thinking about feeding them all the seeds. Okay, never mind. Back to space. I'm getting distracted. Stay on task. Oh my. Oh, okay. We need to stay on task. Don't get distracted. I know I got excited because we got some fishies, but we need is that because the plants are in the freaking way? Alright. I was waiting for them to get that cleaned up. Alright, so I'll be back in a moment after they get this cleaned up and ready, and we can actually start building. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, so they got this clear for the most part. At least we can start setting some stuff down. We're going to put our telescopes here and here. We got some vents I preemptively built and some power I put down to power them up. Actually, come here, Mari. No, I need you to go up there. Yeah, I need you to explore for me. Yeah. Haha. Okay, so we were just kind of right at the cusp of it. Alright, so then I need you, Amari, I need you to move to like here. I have you explore all of that big old open space for us. Just so that way we can more appropriately build. So it makes it easier to build if we can see. And then we're just going to have you go over there real quick. Just to finish exploring the top of the map. I'm not sure on how I want to go with defenses. Do we want to go with bunker doors? I feel like that's probably the way. But we do want our steam rocket here. I think I saw everybody else online doing like 7 of these. What we got? Is that 7? No, it's like 6. And then we got that. And then we can put our capsule on top. And yeah, see, so perfect. So we got... That's how tall do... Oh, we are... we were just... we were 1 tile shy. Do we need to go down some? I'm not sure. I almost feel like we need to. But I don't know. I mean, we can just... is that far? We'll go 2 more bunker doors over. Yeah, because we need some automation. And then we want to bring bunker doors over for... And we still ran out of steel. I let them make so much steel. And we still ran out. Alright. That's fine. I don't think there'll be... game. And we'll just put that there and there. That'll be protected that way. And then what? We just throw a little bit here. Yeah, because you don't want to cover it all. We'll worry about... I think we'll use blast shots over here for the bond trees and stuff. I think we'll just handle that with blast shot, but we'll set up a proper mining system for up here. Oh, I'm not even sure how to even properly set that up. I do know we want it all out of mesh tile. Because if we don't make it out of mesh tile, it's like impossible for them, or it makes it really hard for them to see out of it. So let's come up to here. Yeah, I guess we'll say we'll call that good. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. And then what? Right about here? Is that 2 tiles we want? I think that's 2 tiles we want. And then we want a robo miner. We want to put the robo miner like so. Invalid. But it's Do I need... No, I don't think so. I don't think that needs it. I think we just need the 2 like so. And then what, right here? So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So we're gonna kind of put it right there. Oh, alright. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I do have to count it myself. All right, so you know you guys are getting kind of a general idea of how that's gonna get laid out. So what else are we gonna do? We're going to need to cool everything. So we will have to put one of these here, here, here. Yeah, so we'll have to put one of these each one, and then. Do we care about the stuff that comes out of our meteors? I'm not sure. I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to dedicate myself to it. Yeah, and then we'll go there, and then we'll still need to cool that off. So we'll still need another conduction. Probably like that. It's gonna be one crazy mess to do, but we'll get it. All right, so that goes there, and then we need a shipping container, and then we need to run power. Yeah, then we're gonna do. Actually, we'll do power. We'll do a large power transformer like here. So I'm doing this to separate off the grid because, the section off our grid a bit, because if we click on our grid, we can potentially overload. Oh, geez, that thing is horrible to read. So it's easier to read over here on our little notification bar. We are technically pushing our heavy conductive wire over by almost 50% of what its maximum, like the potential load is over 50% of its maximum capacity. So the less strain we can put on our system, the better. So I mean, yeah, we're still going to run it with, the big heavy duty wire and stuff, but we're going to use the power thing to separate it. And we run power down. We'll get plenty of iron. We have a ridiculous amount of iron ore. It says we're under 200 tons right now, but how much rust do we still have? We still have almost 300 tons of rust, which I think is how much iron ore? 750 grams to 400. So we get what is that, 3/4 of the amount of rust gets converted into iron ore, which that's not bad. That is not bad. Where is this? Again, I do not understand where the random fluids are coming from. I do know I'm starting to get super irritated about it. Okay. We set this up for ice and ice only. We'll set it to like an 8. So that they sweep, they dump it. I don't think we need a sweepy dock here. I was putting a sweepy dock here because for some reason, we kept getting water on the ground. It was driving me up the wall. So I think about just having Sweepy deal with it. I still think we'll set Sweepy so he can deal with it. Yeah, we'll set this to sweep only. Sweepy can get ice. Actually, we want to rotate that around. Put a liquid tile here. That can, okay. Okay, there we go. That's the idea. That's the plan. So they can still walk over. And then this can, there we go. And then Sweepy, we don't have to worry about Sweepy picking it up. All right, perfect. That's all I was trying to prevent, was having Sweepy picking up all the ice we dumped there and it just being this ridiculous, never-ending cycle. All right, back up here to space. All right, so you guys kind of see what I'm going with, what I'm planning. I'm going to finish laying this out, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we have that basically laid out. We have it all done with mesh tiles, so that way nothing is blocking our telescopes or our solar panel down here. This is going to be the end of our coolant loop. This will be the out of our coolant loop. And it just goes in, over, down, in, over, down. I just repeated that little like wave all the way down. Just, it made the most sense. It was just easy and simple to lay out. I have not done the power yet just because I was lazy. But yeah, you know, so you see, just gotta set up the power. We'll do that once we get more iron. That is the thing that we are kind of struggling for, still, is just refined resources. Now I was thinking right here, was it this tile, this door, under this door, in this area right here is where I want to set up our alarm system, our detection system. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to set up. Do we not have access? Oh yeah, space scanner. I was saying, I thought we could. Oh. Okay. I wanted it more over here at the very least, you know, not near where we were setting those off. So we'll go here, and it looks like we need, because I think we can use two of them, kind of like so. I think that should be good. And then right here, we want to cancel. What, to like roughly there? Does everybody want to cancel? I went a little too far. That's fine. There and there, because I do believe that went through half a door or part of a door. Yeah. All right. So there we go. And then these will also be put down on some mesh tile. And we'll run this wire over, but we'll make it steel so that way it doesn't melt when the rockets launch. I'm gonna get all that plugged in. Of course, we didn't make these out of steel. That's okay. All right. So we got most of this done. I'm debating if we need these to be part of the power loop or the cooling loop. I think we do, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. What else do we need? We need a gantry. We make that there. Do we want? Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just gonna use the. Make it out of obsidian. It won't melt. Build it down like so. Oh yeah, so what I was doing with this right here is I was going to make a little room that was dedicated to our Rocketeer. So they can just use a normal atmo suit dock to normal atmo suit to go to space instead of stealing one of our jet suits. So what I was going to do is I was going to set up a second drop-off point for our duplicates, but it's going to be mostly just for the one duplicate. Because, you know, I'd rather them steal one of our regular atmo suits and blast off into the nothingness with it than steal one of our really cool jet suits and blast off into the nothingness with it. So we're going to set that up. And we're just going to put a door in there. And then we'll set so only our rocket dupe can go out the pneumatic door, which should in turn make it so they don't use one of the jet suits and they will leave in the rocket with their atmo suit. I'm thinking about also letting our scientists go out the door to use the telescope, because I don't feel they need to be in a jet suit to go do science. Not saying that doing science in a jet suit wouldn't be way cooler, but if you're just sitting in a telescope in a observer and just saying in the telescope room, I don't feel you really necessarily need a jet suit. So I think we'll do that too. But yeah, no, this is mostly our setup. I know we need to do some more automation, but we kind of need to let them build it first. So we'll do a little montage here of them getting this built, and we'll come back in and we'll work on getting the automation done. So I'll see you guys after that little montage. it looks like we are out of building materials for the most part. Definitely probably out of steel from the looks of it, because they have definitely slowed down on completing our auto sweepers and conveyor loaders and stuff. So definitely need to have them do more resource production in the background in between episodes to get things caught up. Let's see. One of the things we can do is we can finish getting most of this set up. And what we need is we need all this amazing ceramic. And what we're going to do is we are going to make a loop for steam. And where we're getting our steam is this cool steam vent. Now this cool steam vent is going to be pulling like triple duty, essentially, in the fact that it will be getting used to make steam for our base, for our rocket. I mean, it is for our base, but for our rockets, and it will be getting used as part of the cooling loop for space. Did I make that? Okay, that's why that looked weird. I knew I was making it wrong. I just couldn't think of why I was making it wrong. There, that looks way more appropriate. Alright, we get all this cleared out of here. We don't need none of that. But yeah, no, yeah, we'll use this as basically part of our cooling system and part of our actual rocket system. Or rocket, oh geez, I can't even think of the word right now. Rocket program, space program. So but yeah, okay, so that gets in there. Yeah, so we want to set this up so that way it can both cool and heat the steam. And then we want 2 pumps. So we can put 2 steel pumps in like so. We want a heavy ceramic. We'll have that one come in. We'll have that one go out. Do we want that? No. We actually want our backing in like this. Yeah. Then we want another. Do we want the? No, we want it here where this is. High pressure vent. Utility. Oh, not ore. Son of a. Gotta remember to keep picking steel because we technically don't have any. We're technically out. Alright, there's that. Ah, that's what I was thinking we were missing. We need power. We'll go with iron. Alright, that goes there. How? We out of lead. I know we out of lead. I know we be out of lead. I know we're technically out iron too, but we can make more of that. That's easy. See, I don't get why it lets some in, but it doesn't let other ones do that. That's weird. Nope, we want to make it out of iron. Alright, there we go. And now we want to make insulated pipe. Up, out. Okay. Alright, there you go. Man, the game lags real hard when you get, like, you know, over 1,000 day cycle. Alright, and then it comes in, comes down, comes back out. Bam, alright. Yeah, there you go. Like, oh man, really? Like, can you guys not get yourselves trapped for one day? I know I did it, but still, come on. Oh, you guys are trapped hard. Okay, good. Good. I was a little concerned there. Yeah, we're going to need to dig all that. Dig all that. Alright. I do believe there has to be a certain temperature the steam needs to be, which is part of the reason why I was putting the heating loop in there. But I could possibly be wrong. Oh, that's the other thing we gotta do. I didn't realize it. But we do need to construct this. How much do each door take? 12? 120? Divided by what? 4,000? Or, well, I guess technically 2,000? 5 doors is 600, so we can do 10 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay. And then there's 1 door. I believe that's another 10 right there. And oh, is that, yeah, we don't want these to be iron. We want this to be steel, 'cause if they're not steel, they will melt. Oh, I mean, that's almost perfect. Then we come this way. We'll just leave that there for right now. But yeah, okay, so there's power for all the doors, because we have to put all the doors on their own power transformer. Yeah. So that one goes there. And we'll put a little little space. We'll put that one there. This one gonna be made out of iron. That goes there. Is this heavy? Yeah, alright, perfect. And now we need to make it out of iron. Nope. Cooperate, game. I understand that, you know, you got a lot going on right now. Alright, we really gotta wait for our volcano and stuff to catch up. Alright, so that's ultimately the plan with that. We do need to rework our loop a little bit to add some cooling in for this transformer and the transformers right underneath it. So actually, if we just do 10, we could just go with the 4K transformer, but not have to worry about it overloading anything. Which means you can put like that one there and that one there. Or actually no, that's bad placement. What we really want is one here and then one here. There we go. Okay, so we got that. There's power. We do need to cool those off, where we will need to... Am I making these out of aluminum? No. Aluminum is for cooling, not for building. Like, bad game. Stop stealing. Stop trying to steal my aluminum. The aluminum is not for not for that. That is not for that. It is not approved, game. The aluminum is for cooling. And cooling only. Alright, so there's that. We get this laid out with some more iron. Got the wrong one. Okay. Put that bridge there. Nope, regular conductive, please. Out of iron. Oh, please tell me you saw. I'm getting super annoyed at that. Alright. Okay, so that's done there. How much? We still have a fair amount of iron ore. There's that. Okay, so that should, for the most part, cover our deal. Alright, so this is in, it comes here, comes out, comes here, then goes in. So we actually want to delete these two pipes, delete those two, and that should cover our cooling loop for the most part. I'm not sure if we need to cool these, which is why I made them out of steel. If we do need to cool them, I will include them in the cooling loop. If not, then I won't worry about it. But we'll find out later after we get that all built up. This is our steam setup for steam power. No line. Because we're getting blocked by the doors. That's fine. We still need to get everything built, so let's set up our star map. We will actually analyze that one. Can this one analyze a different one? No. Okay, so there. Alright, so we got that set. Liquid mercury, whatever. We can finally set those free. And then that should give our scientist her way out. So that way she can start sciencing. And she'll probably end up helping build, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And all of these, are we just using loose crude oil, huh? Okay. We're getting power. This is going to get power. We got rockets. We got this. We need to dig that and that so they can get in there and get that stuff built. We'll have to build an automation loop. Oh. Well, we definitely have to build some sort of automation here. And what? I'd say roughly here. I'll just go all the way over. Like, whoa. Okay, I totally missed these. That's fine. Alright, so up to like there needs to be steel. And then we can make the rest out of iron. I'm not sure how to set this up yet because I don't actually have those built. Once they're built, I'll get the automation a little bit more prepped. I just wanted to get the wire at least ran across the doors. So, you know, worst case scenario, I build a switch and manually turn them on and off. Or open, yeah, on and off, open, close, however you want to look at it. Let's see. What else? We got this prepped and getting built. So for steam, this is prepped and ready to go for our scientist. I do need to find our rocketeer. Who's our rocketeer? Who are we feeding to the void? Oh. Are we feeding our scientists to the void? We might be. That might have been the plan the whole time. Was to send Ellie off into the great unknown. I think was it Mar? No, we definitely want to keep you because you love being at Mechatronics. What about you, Bert? Bert also likes rocketing. No, that's our farmer. Was it Gene? It was Gene. Ha ha. Because Gene only had rocketeering as their what is this? Command capsule usage plus 10% for rocket. Okay. Gene. You get the rocket navigation helmet so I can remember who is being fed to the void. I wish we had like a night cap for our sleepy dupes to go with the pajamas, like a little pajama hat, so we can mark them as like the dream team. I guess no hats is just as good. All right, so we found our dedicated whatchamacallit, come on brain, astronaut, which is Gene. Gene gets to go in. Gene does not get to use this door. This door should be everybody. Yep. Besides Ellie and Gene, wherever Gene ran off to. There's Gene. Okay, so they both custom access of no in and out. And then this is set so nobody goes through, and Ellie and Gene are the only ones. Okay. I did that so that way Ellie doesn't need to be using a rocket suit to... I didn't think you were going full sideways in that thing, but hey, man. I probably would too if I was using a rocket suit. Yeah, but no, I didn't feel like, our scientist needs a rocket jet suit to be looking at the stars, and don't feel like we need to be sacrificing a jet suit to space, or to the void. So we got them their own dedicated in out into our space area. Most of our space area is basically laid out and prepped. We're just really behind on material. So yeah, I mean, I don't really foresee much more being able to be done this episode, really, without having to do a massive wait for materials. So I think that we might be at the end of our end of the episode. So right now, I'm not sure. I think we're gonna lay this out first, finish getting this laid out. We already ran out of ceramic? Are you kidding me? Oh my. We didn't get a whole lot done with all that ceramic. That was 40 tons of ceramic. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but just damn. Okay. And then no, avoid the bonbon trees, because they will their life's goal is to mess up our loop right now. Man, I love how my computer lags super hard during recording and the game's saving. It's just, it is not a fan. Oh man, is it not a fan? It just takes so long. It's ridiculous. Alright, so we get that all laid out. We got that laid out. I mean, I do feel like we need some sort of sensor. Do we want a cooling loop? Or... yeah. We'll base it off of liquid in the pipe just so we don't actually freeze the liquid in the pipe. This will all just fire. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, that was the other thing I needed to finish up. Is we need to finish connecting all our power lines. Is there anything else? I don't feel like any of that needs to be automated. I feel like its automation is already kind of decided with when the doors are opening and closing for meteor storms. That's pretty much my plan for setting that up, is to just have the doors be open all the time until a meteor storm shows up and then have it close. So I don't see why we would need our sweepers and stuff on. Any sort of like automation thing. I'm just killing the transformers for right now because I don't want them overheating, because I will, they will break before we get this cooling loop system done. What, can you guys not? How is that unreachable? Oh, you got yourself trapped. Oh, please tell me you can get free. Ah, that's where you were getting stuck. I knew you were getting trapped. Oh. Are you just trying to bury yourself in ice or something, Travato? I swear. You have the worst intrusive thoughts out of all of the dupes. Yeah, then we don't really need to worry about over here for right now. This can get meteored into oblivion as far as I'm concerned. Kind of don't care about it. That is basically our space program up and running. I think we'll have a second dupe running a second rocket, but that won't be until we can get more, actually we'll get some space science going on and data science. I don't have any mods in that should be adding something like this. So why does this, what does this do? Keely, what are you doing? Oh, alright. I think their thought is to put mission control in there, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, biodiesel, we can't be making any biodiesel yet. But yeah, solid cargo, yeah. So as soon as we unlock solid cargo, I think we're going to go down. Where do we want to do unique? Solid fuel, burns iron, oxide to increase rocket exploration distance. Burns iron? Like it actually needs iron to Yeah, no. We will just jump to the petroleum engine. We're not using the solid fuel thruster. We do not have iron to just be, burning to go to space. That's not happening. But yeah, no, I think we'll do this. I think we'll do these cargoes first so we can start getting stuff back. So we'll set up those for part of our space. First stretch into space science is that. I'm glad I did not build the monument. Yeah, I was thinking about building it in here. I am really glad that we have not. Oh, we are getting a nice amount of the Regal Bamas now. We're on to 3 of them. They're all groomed. They're all happy. They're all eating their squash fries. We have to feed them squash fries so they can get this Regal meal. And it's the only way their crest grows. Kind of like having to have Drecos and hydrogen is the only way for their coat to regrow. So, and where is, okay, there it is, crest growth, 10 a cycle because of the meal. When it reaches 100, they can be chopped off for gold. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get our first bits of gold. I'm excited. I am excited. So we can finally start making metal statues. Yeah, that's why I've been holding off on making metal statues, because we didn't have gold. I'm like, we'll just get gold in space, and then we'll upgrade all of our statues, at the very least in our refinery room, to, gold metal statues. But we also need the gold to make, what was I talking about? Bleach stone. So we can, make food and stuff and whatnot. The whole circle of life of making food. But yeah, no, it seems like things are going good. They got this done. Okay. We will need to get that cleaned up and mopped up and stuff. And then filled with carbon dioxide. And we will click restore building on here. And if I remember correctly, I believe this had an automation. It does have automation. Alright. And we will set it up with iron. And we actually want that automation wire to be made with iron too. I think we made it with aluminum because the game likes to try to steal our aluminum. Gotta be on top of that. Yep. Alright. Bam. Because, I don't feel like we're going to need bio robots all the time. So being able to turn them off would be great. Plus, I think it takes steel. If it concerns, yeah. So you use the zombie spores and steel to craft biofuel machines. Yeah, no, they can, we can set it up. I think we might make one just for, the achievements and lulz, but I don't think we'll be making a whole lot of those, at least until we can get, have spare steel lying around. And, let's be honest, at this rate, we will never have any spare steel. How are our poke shells? You are still glum. Why? Because you're not getting groomed. Because our ranchers don't have enough time. That does make me contemplate on building another level to our apartments over here for the dupes. Oh, do we go up and make another 5? I know we need probably at least 2 more dupes ranching. And probably 2 more farmers. So that'd be a total of 4 ranchers, 3 farmers. And that leaves us 1 bed slot left over. Operating? Probably operating, yeah. As we could use a few more operators and a few more farmers. So I think we will end up doing that. I was trying to stay, within 20, but I think we're gonna go above 20. Oh, we're going to give up a room. Do we even? Oh, can we? Oh, we can just kind of block it off right there. Okay, so we just won't have a massage room on this side. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just debating if we want to end. I think we'll just cap it off right there for now. Give them some mafic ladders. Oh. I'm getting distracted. But that's okay. This is something that we're going to end up having to do at some point anyways. So I would rather get distracted and do it now. Come on, cancel. I don't have it set to one thing. Let's go to all. Back to all. Okay. Because then they can dig that out. You know what? I think that's the other thing. We're going to do that. We are going to build one small experiment. And what that experiment is we are going to see if we can use all of those luminous quartz to power a solar panel. That's something we're going to do on the side as a little experiment. Hydrogen is just getting full. It is. I do like having these hydrogen vents. These things are just keeping up significantly, and we're firing off hydrogen constantly. The last tile melted. That's fine. We don't care about that. Oh, we do care about the fact that we're running out of wood. How much wood do we have? And we have 162. It's just all over the place. That's why we need more couriers. Oh. Is that... Do we double up and get another 10 dupes? Oh, I think we are. I know that wasn't the initial plan, but I think we will add in part of it as 10 dupes. I think we'll go with 10 more dupes. And the reason why we're going to go 10 dupes is the next 5, the extra 5 dupes, their whole existence will just be to haul things around. Like, that will just be their life, is hauling. Okay, so I think this is probably where I should be ending the episode. But I'm busy laying this all out. Did I not? Okay, I did click dig. Yeah, the game is just lagging. It is. It's not happy. Alright. Guess we can just cancel these ones. Because we won't need those ladders, because we've already got this up here. We'll need ladders up there, though. Okay, so that can get done. I'll have to finish laying that out and finish laying that out later. But that is the plan. Is to get some more duplicates in here to help out. I think that's just kind of part of our problem. Is we need more workforce. And I mean, our food seems to be maintaining and actually, like, growing. So I feel comfortable adding more duplicates. That's part of the reason why I wasn't adding more dupes. I didn't want to strain our food supply too much. But I think we can handle it. I think we can handle 30 dupes. So we're going to go with 30 duplicates, which should hopefully get everything caught up. We should get enough enough farmers and ranchers and couriers to haul things around to hopefully speed everything up. So I feel like that's kind of our bottleneck. But with that, I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe.